Hello, everybody. Hope you all doing all right tonight. A little live here to celebrate our country's birthday. Yeah, we've come a long way and we're inching our way back to where we used to be, but I don't think that in the long run it's going to be quite like it used to be, but it's going to be better. It depends on how you look at it, I guess, but we are coming back, that's for sure. We're being respected in the world as opposed to what we were under the last president, of whom which I will not give any kind of respect because he doesn't deserve it. Not saying this, Mr. Trump, not saying that President Trump is perfect. He's not. Nobody is. But I do believe he's doing the very best he can under the circumstances. And I'll give anybody the benefit of the doubt as long as they show that they're doing something. And that's all you can do. You got your haters on both sides. That's just what that's going to happen with anything. You got your Democrats and your Republicans. You got there's two sides to each party, and I don't want to make this apolitical, but it is. I mean, it's the way it is. As long as you love this country and are proud of it, uh, yeah, we got a lot of work to do. Yeah, we do. So is the rest of the freaking world. But we've been to the world's policeman for so long that it's time for us to get back to policing ourselves and taking care of ourselves. Not saying that we're not supposed to have compassion for other people. We're supposed to, and we should. But we're not. Let them take care of themselves. If they need any help, we'll be there for them. And that's how it should be. But we're getting there. I'm gonna play a little clip from the White House YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure it's not copyrighted, otherwise it's from the daggone White House, so I don't see how it would be. But if it is, it is. I don't care. But anyway, you're gonna be hearing some people shooting fireworks off. Everybody's celebrating today as well as yesterday, of course, and you're gonna hear some booms and whatnot in the background. So my neighbors next door are going to be shooting some fireworks off. I think they're already shooting some. But just kind of give you a heads up on that. So I'm starting a little earlier than usual, probably about 20 minutes earlier, because this is a church night for me. So I'm not going to stay in here very long. Roughly, if I'm in here an hour and a half, that's going to be plenty enough. So enough of that. Anybody misses the video I'm going to be doing, they can catch the replay. I'm going to do a little bit of reaction during the video. I'll be stopping it from time to time and having a reaction to it, maybe. We'll see how that goes, and we'll go from there. I hope you all enjoy it.
Hello, my name is Larry Arnn. I'm the president of Hillsdale College, which is honored to be working.
We'll force fast it past that part. We'll get it. We'll get it up here to where the main part. Right here.
It's wrong to violate the good of anything. What do these laws say about people? They say that they're all created equal. Think what a remarkable thing it is for a people to adopt a standard like that as their purpose, as their governing purpose. And we did to be our ruler because he was better born than we are. He was denying the proposition that all men are created equal.
What people don't understand about the American Revolution is it started out as being taxation without representation, which means that England was taxing the colonies without any kind of representative voice in what how the taxes were spent, and they were taxing pretty much on everything. And it built and built and built until finally it was becoming repressive, uh, and to the point of it was really hard for a lot of people to even make ends meet during that time, and they had something had to be done about it.
If you recognize this principle of equality and you recognize it properly, it will give rise to the most amazing diversity and difference among people because it sets up a right of all of us to pursue our lives best we can without impediment by kings and emperors. We said, in the laws of nature and nature's God, no one is born to rule anybody else. And that's beautiful. And it sets up an agitation in the country which goes on to this day.
Well, that's exactly right. Nobody's born to rule over anybody else. That is to say, dictator over someone else. Uh, this country is founded under Christian principles. Whether you agree with that or not, it's the way it is. I mean, there's no debate about it. During the Revolutionary War, there was a lot of instances took place that were miraculous in nature, and one can only say that they were divinely inspired events that took place, and if they had not been divinely inspired, it could have very well went the other way. When Washington crossed the Potomac, took all his army across the Potomac, he had a very maybe a very few, I mean, a couple thousand left in the military because the rest of them had left, and pretty much they were pretty close to being defeated. And the fog set in. They said it was a strange fog that come in over the river, and it completely obscured their crossing the Potomac. The sun was coming up, and Washington knew that they had not even got half the army across at that time. And the sun was coming up, and here come this fog over the entire area out of nowhere. Very unusual. Fog usually dissipates when the sun rises, but this fog laid in here and there till Washington got his entire army across, supplies and all. And you can read what happened after that. So yeah, no man is subject to be ruled over by another. That doesn't mean that we have we have to have a government. We have to. But we'll go on here.
Day to always try to recognize those principles. And that's the final cause of the United States of America. Now, a word about the structure of the document. It begins with this universal claim that we're all created equal and that nobody may rule us except by our consent. And in the middle bit, they claim the king has done a bunch of bad stuff that justifies.
Nobody can rule us without our consent, which pertains to the presidency. That's why we don't have no king, no queen, because with those you have no consent over rule, and we're free under those constraints. We have no king, no queen. We have a president. We elect him every 4 years, and that's our God-given right to be able to do so.
Revolution. He took houses away from people and put troops in them. That means they were dislodged. They were driven out into the street, and the ships were not very comfortable. They were in the hold of the ship. Sometimes they sat around for weeks.
Those ships he's talking about there were what they call starvation ships. They would capture a lot of people after they'd been principally rooted out of their homes by the British soldiers that took over their houses. Because it was called starvation ships, and they would basically put them in them ships and starve them to death. People. There were some rough times there
in the harbor, and they were taken all the way to England. Most of them had never been there before, and they were put on trial in front of people who they never met before, not a jury of your peers. This is the 25th paragraph. He has plundered our seas, ravaged our coast, burnt our towns, and destroyed the lives of our people. He did kill people. And then he'd talk about the mercenaries there. Large armies of foreign mercenaries, those were the Hessians, to complete the works of death, desolation, and tyranny, already begun with circumstances of cruelty and perfidy scarcely parallel in the most barbarous ages, and totally unworthy of the head of a civilized nation. But then that leads us to the second thing about this structure point, and that was some of them are direct violations of the best method, the founder method, to keep.
Basically, what this video is about the Declaration of Independence. It's not quite the one I thought it was, but it's good. You get a little background on it. I mean, you can do your own research on it, but choose to. But I thought it'd be something to kind of share a little bit, get the ball rolling on that subject, and Declaration of Independence. I know my title of the stream, I spelled independence wrong, but oh well. Okay, we'll go.
Right. And those methods they provide the organizing principle of the Constitution of the United States. They are representation. The Continental Congress that passed the Declaration of Independence took great pains to be a representative body. That is to say, they're not acting according to their own wills. Somebody else, those who will be governed under this new government that they're creating, have appointed us to do this. We are acting for them. We have government by consent. And they say that the king is interfering with the legislatures.
We have government here in the United States. We have government by consent, which means we vote for our elected officials. That's where the voting comes in. We have consent over who we want in their governing us, as opposed to what the king was wanting to do, and he constantly interfered in that. But I digress.
they had had before. He dissolved several of them, and he prevented others of them from meeting. And those are all in these charges here, right? He has obstructed government by consent. Then he's messed around with the judicial branch. And that means that the legislature has to pass a law, and then the executive enforces only the laws that have been passed. And then when the law is applied upon any citizen, he has to be taken in front of a judge who's not dismissible by the legislature or the executive. And then the judge has to decide. That's called the independent judiciary. It's a terribly important thing. So the middle bit of the Declaration, these 28 paragraphs, is the second part of the structure of the Declaration of Independence. And the third part is a formal legislative act that makes the nation. It's passed by the Continental Congress. I should mention that God appears 4 times in the Declaration of Independence. He appears in the first sentence as the maker of the laws of nature and nature's God, the legislator. He appears in the beginning of the second paragraph as the endower of our rights as creator, the founder of everything.
Yeah, we're very fortunate to have a constitution and independent thought.
The last paragraph is personal.
You're going to hear a lot of.
They refer to themselves for the first time. We, therefore, the representatives of the United States, we, in general, Congress assembled. And then they appeal to somebody to judge whether they're right. And that person is not the King of England. It's the supreme judge of the world, the judicial branch. For the rectitude of our intentions, in other words, we swear we're doing what seems right, and we ask God to judge.
Exactly.
In the name of the good people.
God is the supreme judge of the whole world, regardless of what anybody thinks out there. You think you're above that, you're going to be mightily mistaken. God is the judge of the whole world, and He will judge it. So,
of these colonies, you can read it as a claim that the people of the colonies are good. You can read it as a claim that we're acting for the good ones, or you can read it as the claim we have to remember to be good because we are assuming this authority now. Free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states, they have full power to levy war. Now we get to the hard thing. Conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do. And then the beautiful last sentence. This is where the executive branch comes in. Because, see, now it's war. And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence. That's God as the executive branch. We mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. Only in the hands of God would all the powers of government be combined. Those men.
This nation was founded under God. He divinely brought this nation together and made it what it is. I don't care whether anybody believes that or not. You're entitled to your own opinion, but the proof's in the pudding. And we're a very fortunate people to be living in this country. We've been through quite a bit, in very unusual circumstances. We've come through it with flying colors on the other side. And if people don't think that we're divinely guided, well, I don't know what else to tell them. I guess they're just going to have to get learnt a bit more.
In in that room, the same room where the Constitution would later be written by some of the same people, we mutually pledge to each other everything we've got. We Americans today owe those people. We should learn about them. Thank you.
All right, that's enough of that. I think that y'all should see that. Like I said, we have a lot to be thankful for in this country, and I'm sure people in other countries have a lot to be thankful for in their own respective countries. But we're a particular different group. I'm not meaning that in a bad way or anything. It's just the way it is, and I am proud to be an American uh, and free under the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, giving me the right to freely exercise my rights thereof. 249 years this country has been in existence, soon to be 250 next year. I think the president's going to start the ball rolling on the anniversary of 250 years next year. I think it's July. Everything is going, different events are going to accumulate up to the final celebration. But it's going to be awesome. Going to be awesome, people. I don't know. We've just 23 minutes in. I don't know if I'm going to try to keep it about an hour. I'm not going to probably go much longer than that because there ain't really no need. And I got a church tonight, so I'm not going to go to bed early for the morning, and that's just the way it's going to be. I know I'd been a while about doing it live. I'm not too fond of lives, to be quite honest with you. Don't care much about them, other than every once in a while getting in here and chit chatting and seeing how everybody's doing. It's not everything about me. It's not about me. We'll see how it goes and go from there. I see StreamYard has added a few little different features on here that's going to take some time to, get accustomed to, but we'll get it done. Yeah, I don't see nobody in chat other than Shawnee. She jumped out there about 9:24. Said she's going to have supper. She said she's going to have supper, so I guess she's eating right now. Meow. My neighbors are shooting their fireworks off. I should be out there watching them is what I should be doing. But I like to get with my people out here, my friends out here on the YouTube. I like to know how you're all doing too. Yeah. Well, one of the reasons I don't care much for lives is because, in my respect, I'm not getting that many views on my lives. So, isn't that many people has got me on their notifications. You're not going to know I'm on unless you hit that bell to all to catch everything. I do the ones I'm subscribed to. I always hit the all on the bell. That way, every time they make a comment or something, it'll pop up. Evidently, I'm not important enough. They'll be all right. We'll get by with it. But if we ain't getting no more than this in here tonight, I may be shutting it down before an hour. Got two people. I see two eyeballs back there in the background in the bushes. Two eyeballs. And I don't know who well, I know who one of them is, but the other one, I don't know who they are. So they're a mystery stalker. You know, they got some good fireworks out there. A lot of money been shot up in there. A lot of money. Well, I guess I could talk about myself a little bit. I guess everybody that's seen my little short about the garden. We've got several things off the garden so far. We haven't got no tomatoes off yet, but they're coming on pretty good. And we've been harvesting a bunch of squash and zucchini and some pickles. I mean cucumbers. My corn ain't up yet, right? But they'll get there. Uh, Basically, my squash and zucchini and cucumbers, we've been getting them off as fast as they come on there. You can't hardly get you pick a squash off and it seems like the next day they're right back on there again. Yellow squash. And, I've been giving them away, and I'm gonna cook some of them up for myself, or everything, and I'm gonna do that. But it's looking pretty good. My watermelon plant is looking good. I haven't seen no signs of watermelons yet, but we're getting there. Oh, me. I do not see nobody else in the chat. I was going to send out invites, but if I ain't getting no more than two people watching in the bushes, I ain't going to bother with it. I guess I could send Barry an invite if he ain't watching somebody else live. Maybe. I'm not going to stay in here very long, no way, so I probably won't even do it. Send him one because I ain't going to be here much longer. I hate, I don't have that much to talk about at any particular time. That's why I've quit doing my scheduled lives, because they seem like they were pretty much a waste of time for me, because, other than getting in here and chatting, pretty much that's about it. My videos, they are doing the work. People seem to like my stuff that I'm putting out there. I got some more stuff to put out, but I haven't got back into it yet. Probably about a month behind schedule right now. Maybe a month and a half behind schedule on my stuff. But as things go right now, I got enough content to put out to last me plumb into December. I've got December already done. It's done and scheduled. Boy, they're popping them off. Woohoo! She's going outside so she can watch the fireworks. Oh yes, going outside to watch the fireworks. That's what she's doing. Yeah. Oh, we got 3 people hiding in the bushes. What do you think about that? I got 3 eyeballs in the bushes. Oh my lord. What to do, what to do. But I'm not changing the subject. Yeah, it's been hot here in Kentucky, that's for sure. I know it has been hot pretty much everywhere in the mid east, in the middle part of the country. Been really unusually hot. It's not the hot that is normal. The sun will, if it shines on you, it just burns your skin, dude. But it's been a hot one. I'll tell you that right now. Oh hell, there's a gear grinder. Hello, gear grinder. Yeah, that's the way I do there, gear grinder. I got like I said, my December stuff is already scheduled out there and already on YouTube to drop. And I got a lot of other stuff in there to put get up on YouTube. But I haven't done it yet. I've been kind of last week has been was all for me and everything and been trying to get caught up around here on my mowing and stuff. Where I didn't get to do it last week, and when on top of that we had all that rain and my grass was oh my god, my grass was bad, dude. I had to go over it twice to make it look halfway decent, and I'm going to have to mow it again Monday. I started to do it today, but we got to doing other things, going other places, and today you went to look at some campgrounds today, check them out ahead of time, see what we which one we wanted. And that pretty much blowed the whole day. So we're in here. I come in here and piddle around in the yard and cleaned up my lawnmower. Got and I got to change. I got to sharpen my blades on it. But I'll have to mow again Monday because I think they're calling for rain next week. So I got to, at the very most, I got to try to do something Monday because no, I ain't got no camper gear. I just use tents for right now. I'm looking to get me an RV, but that's what I'm wanting, an RV. Uh, I'm getting at the age now where uh, I got a pretty good tent. It's one of them self pop up tents, You can just throw it down, and I think I can put it. I can put it up and everything in about 10 minutes. I got one of those, and it's good. It's got plenty, all kind of room in it. I'm getting to the age where I just want to be, comfortable. I'm gonna get me a small RV. I'm going to. I just gotta get some of my other bills caught up and paid down and everything. That way, I don't want too much ahead on me. I'll get that taken care of, Erna, and I'll have me an RV in my driveway. I guarantee you, I'll find me a used one somewhere. You can buy them things pretty cheap. Pretty cheap. And they ain't hardly got no mileage on them at all. I can get a mid-90s model, and they ain't got no mileage at all on the motors at all. None of them pop up campers okay, I guess. I've heard a lot of bad stories about them too. My tent's one of them tents you can you lay it out, then you go in there. It's got this pole in the middle of it. It's built into it. You just go whoop. 10 minutes I have it up, and I got another tent that it's just a regular conventional tent that you gotta feed your poles through and all that stuff. And it's a pretty good sized tent too, but it takes like about 30 minutes to put it up. And I don't care much for that one. It's a nice tent, don't get me wrong, but my God, I just don't. It just aggravates me. Just put that damn thing up for some reason. I used to didn't even mind it, but I'm getting at the age now. I'm 62, 61, and you know, this old man here, he don't like, he don't want to do too much if he can keep from it. you know, I don't want to. I'm lazy. I'm lazy, gear. I'm lazy, and but I guess that's okay. Yeah, I'm 61 there, gear. A lot of people that they see me, they say, "Man, I can't believe you're that old. You don't look that old." But oh well, I tell you what, oh, I sure feel it. Sometimes I feel older than that, but I keep going, dude. I don't sit around the house. I'm disabled, but I don't sit around the house all day on the couch watching TV. I don't do that. I might watch a little bit of television during the morning and maybe late in the afternoon, but during the day, if it's pretty and nice outside, I'm out there doing something, dude. And some people told me, see, out last week I had 3 stents put put in. They basically redone my bypass that I had back in 2014. My open heart surgery, I had a valve replacement and stents put in and bypasses back then done, and they went in there last Tuesday, and I didn't know they was going to do that much. I went in for a heart cath, and they said, yeah, we had to pretty much rebuild that bypass, and they showed me pictures of it and everything, and I got him here, but yeah, my doctor he was concerned and he sent me for that test, that heart cath, and I know there was something wrong with me, something going on. I just never could figure it out. I just didn't feel right, and you know, but they got it fixed now. I'm getting back pretty good right now, but I don't like this heat no more. It's working on me. Sometimes I ain't getting out there, and the more I can't do it, the more I can't get out there in that heat. It works on me. I got to take care of myself. Basically, I just got to sit down and take care of myself uh, without letting myself go. But yeah, that's enough about me. I don't complain too much. Ain't no need in it. Ain't a bit of need in it. You know, I thank good Lord He keeps me going. And yeah, that's the way you got to look at it. But Everybody's shooting all that money up in the air, and these last couple of days, and probably tomorrow too, you'll be hearing loud noises in the back, off in the distance, somebody shooting fireworks. I just ain't gonna spend that kind of money on that stuff anymore, man. I bought a few of them back in the day, but I just don't see the point of it really. I go watch somebody. I will go watch somebody blow their money, but I ain't going. Now I might buy a few bottle rockets or some firecrackers or something like that, something to play around with. But my neighbor next door, they were shooting. I think they're done now, but they shot theirs off here a moment ago, and my family had their little soiree or shindig yesterday, and shot theirs off. I didn't stay for it. I just come down to the house and watched it from my backyard. I sat there in my backyard there and watched them shoot theirs off. I had a front row seat there. I appreciate you there, dear. You pay attention to the road. Don't listen to me and have a wreck. Don't listen to me and have a wreck, dude. You take care of yourself out there. I appreciate you coming in there. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to be in there much longer. I got church night tonight. This is a church night, and I got church in the morning. But I thought I'd get in here and talk a little bit about the fourth, and I don't need to be rambling too much because I pretty much everybody can look it up, the information themselves. And y'all know me that I'm not one for rambling on too much. Unless it's something goofy, I'm not getting in there and ramble a little bit with some kind of goofiness. But we try to have fun, and that's why I like it. I like having fun and making people laugh in a good, decent way, and you know, that goes a long ways. I don't know what Barry's doing. I think I should send him a invite. If anybody wants to see that, watch that video in its entirety, I'll send a, I'll post the link in the box in the chat there, and y'all can pick it up there and check it out anytime y'all want to. And I'm gonna see if I can bring Barry up here for a little bit, see what he's up to. I don't know if he's watching somebody live or what, or if he's on somebody's live. I don't know, but I will send him a link and see what we can get done here with Barry. Storms, radios, and cats. Where am I at? Okay. Stupid computer. Yeah. I hope everybody's been doing okay. Uh, I posted a few little shorts, I think yesterday and the day before. Like I said, I haven't been doing too much as far as putting any kind of videos out. A lot to put out though, but I'll get to it. I will get to it. Do. Let me bring up Barry here, and I'll send him a link. Bear with me a little bit. I don't know what he may be on somebody else's live right now. I don't know. But I'll send it to him anyway. I will send it to him anyway. Okay, it's sent. And we'll see what happens from there. But well, I think I'm gonna shut her down right there. And I don't think I'm gonna put it out here much longer than this. I'm gonna go ahead and shut her down. And appreciate everybody coming in there. Gear Grinder, Shawnee was in there for a little bit, but I think I'm gonna shut her down, and it's getting close to there, and that's good enough. I will catch everybody later on. Y'all have a fine week and the rest of the week coming up, and take care of yourself. And we'll be catching everybody later on. Y'all have a good one.